important topic that affects nursing profession, and the topic is occupational risks and hazard among nurses working in a hospital. Yes, sir. Yes.
Use the navigation. See in the bottom of the page.
Yes, I am on
the left corner. You have arrow mark, up arrow and
my summary
to take the next page.
From the findings so far revealed that occupational health risks and hazards that are related to nurses working in the hospital Warri. The hazards are as follows: low back pain, extreme pressure at work, fatigue, heat, radiation, work-related stress, middle stick injury, poor working environment, and contagious blood pathogen / agent and microbe. As nurses go about their daily activity, this research makes it important to identify the occupational health risks and hazards that are exposed to nurses on their daily basis, and to find a way to mitigate same hazard that makes the work uncomfortable and unsatisfactory for nurses. It is a means of making the management of the hospital to be aware of the general risks that nurses face. All pictures of blood still on the ground. You can see hazard balls down there. You can see blood on the table. You can see equipment that are not well arranged. The second picture shows a nurse that is holding her back, that is holding her waist. This is an example of a low back pain. The other picture is illustrating a nurse that is stressed out. You can see her putting her head on the wall because she's tired and the stress is also not. The next picture on this slide is an incident, an accident that just occurred, which we know as a middle stick injury. You can see the next one is a patient pressing and calling the nurse via the bell, shouting and yelling. All these are some of the things, the hazard and the way that nurses are faced. Look at a professional nurse sneezing, maybe she has a contacted clue from a place of work. Then the last slide is a nurse that is working, that does work on a very wet floor. You can see her taking a dive to the floor. I'm going to the next slide. So what? Why conduct this research at all? Why did I decide that I want to conduct this research? Today, things have changed and are still changing at work in science and medicine. This research is carried out because, number one, workplace hazards are less obvious to identify and to measure. You can agree with me on that. Occupational factors increase the risk of common diseases, specific effects, which I'm going to explain. The specific effects are vague. You cannot see it. They are not tangible. You cannot touch it. Like psychological. How can you measure psychological hazard? Subjective. Subjective is when the patient tells you that he or she is not comfortable or that he is facing distress. But most nurses cannot come openly to tell us that they are suffering in the place of work. The fourth reason why I'm carrying out this study is to identify the occupational risks and hazards in hospitals, which we'll be looking at as we go along with this slide. We are going to see look at that the working population is changing in terms of age, structure, sex composition, and ethnicity. And all these are some of the things that makes the work of a nurse in an hospital to be faced with the hazard and risks. The background. In the developed country, such as France, United Kingdom, Canada, and United States of America, this country may have safer working conditions than nurses in a developing country like mine, Nigeria. It may be as a result from their superior economic power and a well-articulated regulatory oversight that supports quality occupational health and safety protection, which was inaugurated in 1991. The U.S. Occupational Safety and Health Administration, which is OSHA, which is a yardstick which we use to measure health and safety in our place of work, promulgated the blood-borne pathogen standard to protect all workers at risk for exposure to blood-borne pathogens through sharp injuries or contact with skin or mucous membrane, OSHA 1991. In contrast, the Philippines has no equivalent policy, even though the nursing profession is regulated by the Department of Labor and Employment and the Department of Health. Meanwhile, study in the occupational health risks, hazard and safety issue among nursing workforce outside the Western developed country has been limited. These studies have been gaining increased attention. For example, a number of studies have been published in recent years examining the occupational exposure in healthcare setting throughout Africa, the Middle East, Asia. This is you can see this is a script that was written by an author, Ansa Udoma Umo and Anne 2002. Alafa Nazir Ibrahim and Anita 2003. Selik Abbas and Udoma 2007. And so all these are some of the authors where I made my research. Both the World Health Organization and International Council for Nurses have expressed the need to better protect international healthcare workforce. International healthcare WHO led effort to reduce logistic injury in 2004. Going to the next slide. The background continues. I have two stories that I will be sharing here so that we will be able to understand exactly what I am talking about. Over the years, a 57-year-old nurse, Charles Perry, has spent extended time of the job to recover from surgery for herniated discs in her back, carpal tunnel syndrome in her wrist, and overstressed knees. She blames her many injury on years of lifting, turning, and moving patients and adjusting bed by hand. I really enjoy being with the people. This is our work and the work, she says, but it is the work that is hurting me. Can you imagine somebody like trying to give care to patients is now the one that is suffering? The solution for many of these injuries is simply, she added, in her case, she said, electric bed will have eliminated some wear and tear on our body that will save a lot in the long run for everybody who works here. Ironically, the very environment where patient is possesses a variety of health risks to hospital workers. Nurses are exposed to infectious disease and needle-stick injury among other hazards. They also suffer from stress, burnout, and compassion fatigue. The method that I use a descriptive and quantitative statistics method. The descriptive statistics and quantitative analysis method were used for easy interpretation of data collected. Data were collected via a survey of nurses working in Central Hospital Warri, Nigeria. Graphical representation of charts and tables were also used to aid the comparison of response from data collected. Data collected were analyzed using the pie and bar chart to obtain the percentage of the said occupational risks and hazards in Central Hospital Warri. You might not see all this one because of the limited slide that we are asked to present, but you find the result. You find the conclusion in this result page. From the study so far, a considerable portion of the respondents reported they had experienced occupational health risks, hazards, which include low back pain, extreme pressure at work, work-related stress, needle-stick injuries, contagious blood pathogens pathogen agent or microbe as they go about their daily activity as nurses. Roughly 40% of the nurses mention that they are regularly faced with extreme pressure at work. Surprisingly, 10% says they have been involved in health risks, hazards and injuries for more than 15 times in this particular hospital, while 40% says they have only sustained injury or been faced with occupational health risks, hazard and injury for within 1 to 5 times. I pick out this extreme pressure, extreme work pressure. The relevance of the information so far is to make the nurses and the management know the hazard and risks that are inherent in the hospital and try to curtail shame. It is shocking to see that 40% nurses that work in Central Hospital Warri, Nigeria, reported that they face extreme pressure at work or work pressure as compared to the study conducted by APA and their colleagues. They conducted a survey of 120 nurses, 59% response rate in 3 units of a pediatric hospital to assess self-report of workload pressure at work. This is a developed country which they carried out and as a developed country like Nigeria. Conclusively, from this research work, conclusively from the research work, studies in the United States and other Western countries suggest that nurses face considerable occupational health and safety risks. Nevertheless, these studies suggest many commonalities in the types of occupational health risks and hazards that are inherent in public hospitals. Majority of the nurses reported occupational health risks hazard, which is very helpful in containing the remnants of populated occupational risks and hazards that nurses are exposed to. This same research work can be extended to other medical fields as they work in the same environment and treat the same patient. The report from the research was very helpful as it will be used to formulate workplace pattern, policy and practice as I go to the last current and future research. The current research work is specifically based on nurses alone. It is the research that is carried out via questionnaire to get data of all hazards and risks that are associated to the practice of nurses in public hospital. Future research will be based on other hospital staff like medical laboratories, staffs, pharmacists, medical doctors and nurses. These hazards will be compared between the healthcare group and find out the most affected as it has to do with occupational health and occupational safety, occupational risks, occupational hazard and our well-being. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present this study work. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you.